between
in
messages.
this live.
Yeah.
And what was it saying?
It said, so Moop said there's just drama going around and Elijah's calling herself a woman because of me, apparently, blah, 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 stuff like that. But it's not because of you, Moop. I called myself a woman because adult human female equals woman in this day and age.
Oh.
And
So wait,
So
does
they
this
were
have nothing to
blaming
do with me?
for something again. Wow.
Wait, I didn't. Wait.
I'm not saying you, but I did hear about that where people were saying like they had an issue with Elijah recognizing that she's a woman because she was born female, and they were trying to say that I was the one pushing that, like pushing her to call herself a woman. Like it's just ridiculous. This is why there's always going to be issues, and that's why I'm like, maybe I just shouldn't be friends with Troons because they're always going to get their feelings hurt. And guess what? When things get fucking bad and like we're having arguments, like is this always going to happen? Where it's like I'm going to be called an alcoholic from Courtney, or people are going to be like, oh, you're a shit friend, or oh, now you're having an adult human female calling themselves a woman. Like, what the fuck is it? Y'all are all fake.
I don't even call myself a woman now.
Yeah, honestly, fuck off, all of you. Fuck off.
I just don't because, you know.
Oh.
Wait, where are you gone? What? Oh my god, you're up. You guys.
Wants to diminish the activism.
Wait, you said you don't call yourself a woman anymore?
I just don't because I don't.
It pushed transsexuals back to like TRA ideology.
How did I just what? I just moved from what?
I don't know what's going on. It keeps happening.
We've definitely leaned more left now. I think someone's recording the live or something. I don't know.
No, that's fine though. Like you can go wherever you guys want to go. You can, if you want to be more left, you can be more left. That's fine. That's not my responsibility. My responsibility is not to sway your guys' mind on where you want to go. Just because a couple of people have disowned. I mean, look, it is a bit disingenuous when they're sitting there saying that, oh, I've swayed more left because a couple of people on the app have decided that they don't want to speak to me anymore, or I'm now turning left.
I don't think that's disingenuous. I think it just shows. No, it doesn't. Yeah, I wouldn't call that disingenuous. I would just say that, you know, it definitely gave us a different perspective. I don't think that's a bad thing to say.
Different perspective on what, though? On who to trust?
A different perspective on like who we associate ourselves with and what are our values. Because like I believe that trans people have the right to exist in public. Like that's something we disagree on.
Who disagrees?
You believe that we don't have to go through this again.
Well, look,
but
but Courtney, just because one person says it doesn't mean that multiple people believe in everything that one person says. The thing with John Doe, right? The reason John Doe is around in that sense is because there's some stuff that can be resonated with. Like I can resonate with some of the stuff this guy says, but that doesn't mean that everything he says is what I believe in.
He's such a heinous person. Like I feel like you can if you have to if you like it's like I said again, it's like, you know, someone saying that like they believe in Yahtzee values, but they don't call themselves a Yahtzee. That's what it's giving.
Well, I mean, there are people that share space with us that are not against Nazi, like Schnazi, openly believe that, like in Hitler and stuff like that. I'm just saying, there are people that you share space with that have that same mindset as well. But that doesn't seem to bother. That's not bothering you. Like you can't.
I mean, the anti-Semitism. I mean, I didn't say anything, but yeah, it's a little bit. It was a little bit alarming, but I mean, I think that when it directly affects people, like if I was Jewish, obviously I would probably be more offended. But because I'm a trans person, yeah, I'm offended that, you know, people that used to be okay with trans people and are like, no, I don't want to be with, I don't want to be friends with you because you're trans. Like, I think that's a little bit discriminatory.
Like, I personally think everyone's like entitled to their own opinions and who they want to be friends with and who they don't want to be friends with. It's your opinion. I respect people. I Like, if you don't want to be friends with me because I'm trans, go right ahead.
Yeah, I'm not
Like,
gonna beg for a friendship, but like I just want people to think like what are the reasonings behind why they're doing certain things. Like that's all. I want people to
But
think.
listen, I've not hidden the reasons behind why. I've said to you the reasons behind why I've
Yeah.
decided that. Like,
No, you have. And I don't have a
it
problem with you and we
to
already
me,
settled it.
it contradicts, right? That's the only problem I have with this now at the moment is that it not contradicts, it's hypocritical, and it is. And look, I'm being hypocritical now by being friends with Chloe still, but at the same time, uh, look, this shit has
But wait, so you agree that it's
this
hypocritical?
yes, what
Okay.
to be friends with Chloe?
Yeah, because like
Yeah,
it's like yeah, it's that I mean,
right. And
but
no,
at the
I
same time,
understand. Oh,
but
go on.
Fred, at the same time though, you have to realize that like he just because John Doe is saying that you shouldn't be friends with trans people doesn't mean that you shouldn't be friends with trans people.
No, I'm not listening to
But why
John
are you
Doe.
picking
Wait,
that value?
listen. I'm not listening to John Doe about being friends and not being friends with trans people. I
So this
listen.
was
I
your own
thought
decision. That's what you're
so.
saying.
Yeah. This has been my own decision, and it honestly has been my own decision. And I thought about it, and like I'm like it kind of to me. I think like it's a bit hypocritical going on and degrading trans people. Well, not degrading them, but turning around and being like the ideology needs to go. Um, you can't do this, you can't get medical surgery, you can't take hormones, and then going back to Discord and chilling with a load of trans people. It is hypocritical, and I understand that when it comes to Chloe as well. And I thought about it for like a week and a half, and it has been I thought about it for a while, and it has been playing on my mind. But Courtney, listen, this hatred for trans, not hatred, this dislike for trans people hasn't been something of mine that has just sprouted up since John come about. I started vocalizing this like a month and a half ago that I didn't want to be in spaces with trans people. I was like going in VCs being like, I hate these trans people. I don't want to be around them. They're stressing me out. I can't stand them.
Is
And
it
people were
rational
moved.
though? Would you consider that
People
a rational position?
irrational, irrational.
Yes,
Excuse
a
me.
rational position.
Um, would I consider it a
That
rational
you put
decision? Yes,
yeah.
for myself, yes, I would.
Okay.
Uh, um,
Well,
and I decided, like, I mean, look, John come around, and a lot of people jumped on it as well. And I was like, oh, there is a space there where other people don't want these people around. There's a space that I can go and chill in and make like and be around people that kind of don't want to be around trans people as well. But yeah, the hypocrisy, and I get it when it comes to. And look, I whatever decision I was going to make on this, right? Whatever decision I would have made on this, I still would be the bad guy with the Chloe situation.
I
If I
understand.
decided to stay friends with Chloe, I was going to be the bad guy to all the trans people. That everyone was going to be like, the hypocrisy, look, you're still friends with him. You're still friends with Chloe, but you're saying this. So it was a lose lose situation either way, right? If I stayed friends with Chloe, then I would have been a hypocrite and I would have constantly been pulled up about it. Like, well, look at this. Like, you can't be doing this when you're friends with us, right? And to not be friends with Chloe, I would have been the worst person in the world. So lose lose for me. So I have spent a week and a half thinking about stuff. Um, yeah, and it's not been like the best of times. Neither for me. It hasn't been the best of times for me. It has been a lot of thinking as well. Um, But yeah, I'm always going to be in a lose lose situation when it comes to that. I can't win. There is no win there for me.
I understand, Fred, and I'm not going to be up here much longer because, like, I think we both understand each other, and like, I understand where you're coming from. It's a lose-lose situation, and you've thought about this, and this is what you want to do, and I think you're entitled to that way. And I was just the reason why I came up here was I just wanted to, know more about your position, and I like to know why people like are against certain people or like against
I
things.
haven't
So.
I haven't fully worked out my position. And I can be honest when I say that. Look, I haven't fully worked out the position of where I'm at, like with it all at the moment. Yeah,
Yeah.
But when I have, I'll start coming out and I'll start debating, and then I'll just start, like, well, if people want to come up and speak about it, like even if it's trans people, I guess yeah. But I would really like a space where it like um where it's more to target like where it's more to target like women
The
and men.
ideology, like the trans ideology.
Oh my god, shit! I didn't realise you could see this. I was just about to have a word where you almost saw my
Oh,
dick.
that would have been a
But
show.
no, it's yeah, more to target the ideology and it be aimed more at people like men and women that believe trans women are women and trans men are men.
I've
So
heard
it'll be
that. I've
like,
heard that before. Yeah.
yeah, to get on a path of discussing with people like them rather than the trans people and stuff like that, you know? Um,
I understand and I appreciate that and I appreciate your honesty and I honestly respect that. And like I said, even though we may not share as many spaces, it's all love from here.
yeah, look, I wish like at the same thing. I don't want anything bad to happen to you or anything like that. I do wish, guys. I do wish, like, I look. The friendships I had with these like with people I have actually valued and I'm not just chucking it away to be a dickhead. It's just the hypocrisy side of it. I just like how can I and it can't be to people like me say this all the time, right? And I know
Right.
you agree with some of the stuff that they're saying, but you can't be
I
agreeing with
do.
everything and it can't be fair on you guys to be sitting there listening to stuff like this all the time and
Yeah,
coming back and then us
I
having
can
a
definitely see
friendship.
that. Yeah,
Do you
I can
know?
see
On you
people
guys.
on
Like
both sides. I agree. I agree with that.
I
Um,
100% agree.
yeah, it can't be fair on you
yeah.
guys neither. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're sitting there tearing apart what you guys are. Um yeah.
and we
And
just
then
kind of sit there and I don't know.
Well,
I don't
okay. I at least like I think we can come to a middle ground in like we both believe that sex-based rights are sex-based rights, and that bathrooms and private spaces are sex-based. Like I think we can all acknowledge that, and I think that's a good thing. And if you want to advocate for whatever you want to advocate for, that's all in your jurisdiction, and I wish you well in that.
well, then you should care about your friendships more than random people's opinions on if you're a hypocrite. No, look, I get it. I get that as well. I do get that, Jay. But I'm not talking about random people's opinions. Like I was just trying to say, like it can't be healthy for you guys to build a friendship with me, but then at the same time, I'm sitting here trying to destroy everything that you are. Not destroy it, but like trying to stop it and put a stop to it. And
Right.
like when I'm saying like people shouldn't be allowed to have hormones, cross-sex hormones anymore, and people shouldn't like. Do you know what I mean? That's how like you guys shouldn't be around.
Fred, can we I just wanted to talk about that, the cross-sex hormone thing, because you brought it up.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think that, like, I think like abortion, like, or anything like that, people are going to access these
Regardless.
DRUGS regardless, and it's going to be through less controlled you know what's the thing I'm talking about, like
Wait, you
the
guys.
like less controlled and medically safe like routes. Do you understand that?
Yeah, that is true. But then, like, we can do the same thing. Like, look, so that is true.